Hey guys, so I'm outside Sound Exchange with store owner Anthony Coviello.
Why am I so far away? Sorry, I know. I just boxed the intro. I'm looking at it. It's so weird.
So I can get your whole store title into it. But there you go. It's the 3D action. So I thought we would take this from the approach of what it's like to own a store. Let's head inside and take a look at everything. All right, so we're in Sound Exchange. Anthony, I guess first thing off, tell us why you bought the store. Anthony's like, what don't put me on the spot.
No, I think we've talked about this before. Yeah. I used to drive a truck, parts truck, not a big truck, and I had the long runs. Mm-hmm. So it was in a little pickup, and I would drive all over the state and up to upstate New York, and I would see all these places and like, man, that would be a good record store. So it's just something that's always sat in my head. I've always loved music.
Right.
And
first and foremost, you're a music fan.
That was number one. Mm-hmm. I'm a bartender by trade. So I was
a musician by trade.
Well, I was gonna buy a bar.
Right. That was the original plan.
That was the plan. And then that ended up falling through, and I just walked into a store I've shopped in for 20 plus years, and
this has been
was right.
But this has been here since what?
This has been here as Sound Exchange since '82. Sound Exchange has existed since '79.
So this 42 years it's been here.
Here,
yeah.
But this place has been a record store since
'79, right?
No.
Oh.
70
earlier?
Or 73.
Wow. So
yeah.
like 50 years Sound Exchange has been a...
Well, this has been a record store. Sound Exchange has been 45. 79 Sound Exchange was started in Ringwood.
Wow.
I believe it was Ringwood.
Okay.
And then he moved here in 82.
So that's
bought it from the guys who own guys who started Dramarama.
Right, exactly. So but that was one of the things that I thought was fascinating about all this. You've had this idea, dream to own a record store, like you said, driving around, seeing cool places, always thinking about
always praying I could run into, because I'm doing these long drives, and I can always blame my being late getting back to the shop on traffic.
Right.
So I'm praying for a record store. Hey, man. And you start driving slow. Everybody else is doing 65. You slow down to 45, and you're thinking, man, look at this little strip mall.
Right. There's got to be one in there.
Nope. And this was the 90s, so record stores were still there, but starting to hit that decline. So
Right. Yeah, but I thought it was interesting that this isn't a completely brand new store. This is one you've taken over from the previous owner, who took over from another previous...
Well, no, Art started Sound Exchange.
Oh, just so this location was new for him at that time.
So Art built this.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it was cool to take over something that had so much history, so much stock, because I don't have to worry about building something. I can build upon greatness, which is, what's better, building upon what's already great, or starting from scratch. I don't know. I don't care.
You could go either way, but I like this.
I like this.
And you love this store, and a lot of people that had shopped here over the last 40 years who don't necessarily come in every week or so, when they return and the store is still there.
That is the heart pound, the heart pump is that. That's the blood.
Exactly. And you've taken the store so much further beyond where it was when you first purchased it. What, 2+
such
years
minor
ago?
things. I've added a ton more inventory to a store that was already overflowing with inventory.
Right. So let's take a look at some of the different things, the upgrades and things that you've done here.
Okay. You want to know what the worst part about a record store is? Like when you walk in. Well, it's not the worst part. But
let's cover both spectrums.
It's not all shits and giggles.
No, that's right.
You walk in, and you've been here before. Like you come in, and you have to go through the book, see what's sold, make sure that whoever worked the day before did everything properly. Our inventory system, is different. So
it's very old school.
Yeah,
it is a notebook.
We write our stuff down.
Yeah, just like vinyl.
Yeah.
It's analog.
And then you come in and we're going to shoot a video, but I'm like, Brendan, I need 30 minutes. I need an hour. Because you have the orders, your CD and your LP orders that have to get done regularly, because the store used to do one LP and one CD order a week. Now we're doing the same CD order a week, sometimes 2 and 3 LP orders a week.
Yeah, and so
this way it's constantly here.
But while you're doing that, that gives me an opportunity to shop. So those of you that have walked in when I'm here getting ready to film one, and you're wondering what I'm doing, walking around the whole time. Well, I'm usually waiting on Anthony to get where he needs to be for the day, so he can take a load off and we can film. But I can also shop the store, and that's my love. I mean, I'm not just here filming these things, running YouTube channel. I'm a music fan myself.
Yes, which is why you started a music channel.
Exactly. One
of the coolest things, too, is you being a shopper here, and me shopping here, and then owning the store. How many times do you hit a section and you say, did you just get this in? No, man, it's been here for 50 years.
I know. I come up to it, I'm like, did you just put this out? And you're like, check the date on it. And I'll look at it, and it's been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
Before I even arrived. And I'm thinking,
how did I miss this? Because... that's the cool. There's so much, and it's so overwhelming that it's awesome.
Yes, and no matter how many times I go through it, literally, I'm thinking I'm hitting every CD as I go through this store. No.
Even though you are.
Right. Even though I'm there, it just isn't registering because my mind isn't on that style or genre of music at that time. So I'm glazing over it. I'm going on to, if I'm in a mood for heavy metal, I'm bypassing classic rock and other things in my mind, even though I'm seeing it.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you are still finding things.
I find stuff almost daily that I think, where did this come from? Holy crap. I found one of my favorite albums, and I found this the other day, and I think I saw it before, but maybe I didn't. It was a Japanese, Great White, Can't Get There From Here. I was driving the parts truck back in 98, 99 when this came out, and I remember the song came on the radio. It was a hit, Rolling Stone. I go, this is a great rock and roll song. And then they say, and I said, it sounds like Great White. And then whoever was on the radio, I guess it was 104.3 at the time, said, oh, that was the new Great White song. And I went, what? No way. Yeah. And I believe I came right out and bought it here, or I had to wait a couple weeks till, I don't remember, but I bought the CD here, never released on vinyl. And here's a Japanese import with a bonus track, The Good Die Young.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Nice little tie back.
Yeah, almost 3 years. And hey.
Yeah. There you go.
Where did this come from? This is awesome.
I love things like that.
Yeah, man.
And you got some other minor stuff you've got to do to get ready, vacuum the floors.
I always vacuum, making sure the place is clean. But the worst part is coming in, going through all this stuff, ordering, making sure the register's right, the money's right, all that stuff. Stock, you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The orders are placed, the stock will be arriving, the new releases, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, there is I was going to call it overhead, but I mean, it's sort of behind the scenes stuff.
The stock is the worst thing. That's why we get 3 LP orders a week now, because if I do 1 LP order a week, if I sell Kanye West, which I sell late registration and college dropout multiple times a week, if I sell it on a Monday and I don't have it till the next Monday, that's true. No.
Right.
So I sell it Monday, I have it Wednesday, and then it sells on Wednesday, and if I'm lucky enough, I can get the order in, and I can have it again Friday. Yeah. That's why I have so much vinyl coming in.
And you purchase from different distributors due to
there's 2 main distributors
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand from a store owner standpoint, but you're also looking at it from a music fan.
Yes.
As in, look, this is too much at this price. I'm going to order it from this other one. Maybe it takes longer from one than the other, and so you have to pick and choose.
I pick whatever's coming first.
Yep.
But if I know that it's my end of week order, I sit there on Mondays, and because I have Wednesday, Thursday delivery with both companies, so Monday is I do that, and I price compare, because sometimes there's a $2 difference. So you can come in, instead of paying $38 for a record, you're going to pay $36. I'm not still charging $38. I know I got it $2 cheaper, and it allows me to kind of say, hey man, there's a couple bucks everybody can save here.
Exactly. But again, that takes time and energy and work. And I don't think a lot of people know. I mean, I certainly didn't know about that until talking to you and spending so much time in the store with you while doing all of that.
Yeah.
That there was that much stuff going on behind the scenes. I mean, I grew up working in record stores, but they were the corporate record stores, so all that stuff was taken care of by other people. I just worked out on the floor, rung people up, never had to deal with that. But when you own your own record store,
you have to, whatever you can do to keep the cost good for everybody and get product in here. Because, I mean, dealing with 2 companies is great. What if it's not in stock for one company, but the other one has it in stock? So I need to have that both screens going at the same time. and say, okay, these guys have it, I got to order it. Or I might wait a month, or I might wait a week. And with the Walmarts and the Targets and Amazons of the world, stores like us can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
I need to have it. I need to have it now.
Because somebody else, you can now go and get it in the 2-day shipping.
If you walk in, you want the new Alkaline Trio record, and I don't have it,
right?
Amazon's going to deliver it for you tomorrow.
Right.
Pick overnight shipping for an extra $2.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have to make sure I have this stuff.
And that's another thing you have to combat that music stores from years ago,
they didn't have
in the 90s, didn't have to deal with. So you've got to combat the online environment that most people never had to. Most stores never had to in the past. I mean, you've got bands' websites selling it for what they do, sometimes dropping it on their website and not here, or only selling it at shows. I've heard you go to shows and make a deal with the band, purchasing some product to bring in here because Amazon, the regular distributors, the labels aren't selling it.
Jerry Cantrell for that.
Jerry Cantrell, right, exactly. I mean, that took 6 or 8 months before it was available regularly through Amazons and all of that sort of stuff.
And then it disappeared quickly.
It did.
Like the new Kid Rock. I ordered, my father is a Kid Rock fan, so I ordered the new Kid Rock CD, which is only available from his website. So to get it shipped, it's $25 bucks.
Are you going to bring in the new Billy Joel 45?
Of course.
It's only available on his website.
Oh, no. You know what?
Probably not. But maybe if enough people come in and ask. I mean, but see, I was wondering because I can't order it from anywhere. It's only available on the website. And I was like, I wonder if Sound Exchange is going to do.
What I would have to do is order it from the website, order 10 of them.
Right.
So it's combined shipping.
Right.
And then I have to add $2 to the price, which still, with the combined shipping,
but
if it costs you $25 to order from the website, you might be able to come here and get it for $22.
Right, exactly. So.
And I'm still making $2
or so,
which is pennies.
Exactly, it is.
So it's worth. So you're right. I do that. It's worth it.
It's worth it too to be a store that people know that they can come get some of those things.
Yes,
they're going to buy the rest of the stuff because they're going to remember how great the store is for bringing in product and albums that a lot of people don't know exist. So. All right, this has been cool, but I want to take a walk around and I want to show and point out some of the cool new changes and things that Anthony has done to this store, continuing its legacy, growing it, making it even better. So let's go take a look at that. All right, so Anthony, you're standing in the aisle here, which once upon a time, as I hear it, because I was never in this store when Art owned it. I only came here following your purchase of it. But these aisles used to be totally jam-packed with stuff in it.
Well, you could walk down the aisle. The aisle was free. It's the other aisle that's a little different. But what you would see here when you walk down this aisle is you would see these CDs. I don't know if anybody remembers the plastic security things where they had the key to open it. So they're 12 inches high, and these things were brimming. So you would walk down the aisle, and they were like this. You were hitting them, you were knocking them out. So we took them out of that, which also allowed us. So let's say just a number. Let's say there were 30 CDs in the plastics in one of these rows. Taking the plastics off, it allowed us to put an extra 15 to 30 CDs, depending on the size, in the row.
Great. So more product gets out.
And now we had, this is one of the biggest things. People are like, well, you put the CDs on the floor, you put the vinyl on the floor. Listen, we're 50-50 here. We don't take sides.
That's right.
So
this side has CDs at the floor level, but vinyl on the other side. Yeah.
But we were able to so every row under here was the same thing with those plastics. Every one of these, 16 to 20 of these bins were overflowing. The whole store had CDs.
Yeah, and I remember that part of it. But now what you've done is you've not only removed those, but you've made these drawers so they pull out, which is easier to get to.
Most of the drawers pull out.
Yep.
But it allowed us to put that much more stock in here.
Yeah.
So we had tens of thousands of CDs to begin with. Now we have tens of thousands of thousands of thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
Of CDs.
You've probably...
And most of the CDs are up top. They're easier to get through. So we put lights underneath, two-handed, because CDs are heavy.
Oh yeah.
And you can pull the drawers out if need be.
Right.
But there were no lights under here. It was a filthy mess.
Yeah.
So what else we did was this wall was all DVDs. So we cleared the DVDs out, shrunk the section, and not because we don't like DVDs. It's just that DVDs are this
They take up so much space
of our sales.
Yeah.
Also, people want the CDs more than they want the DVDs. You want the DVD? We still have it.
Yeah, they're still there. They're in the back.
Or we can order it. And up top here was books. These weird shelves. So my friend Colin built this awesome book, 3 racks for books up here. So we put the books up top, which allowed us this side and that side where those box sets are.
Right.
They were all books. And
now you've got box sets on display.
Now we were able to put box sets up there. It neatened it up. And it just, because books, nobody buys the books.
And it livened up the store, in my opinion. That's part of it. The store
There's more to see.
There's more to see, visualize. The walls are filled with stuff.
Yes.
All of that, I think, is a real plus to the way that the store looks now.
We also built the new release rack.
Yeah, that's part of my favorite thing here.
These were DVDs also. And I thought, hey, man.
This was painted by a friend of yours that you know, right?
No. Oh, yeah. The new release side.
Right.
It was either Carrie or Maddie that did that. They each did one. And I rotate them from time to time. But I really like the waves.
And then on the other side, we've got posters that have gone up overhead.
Just for design.
Just for design, yeah.
Like fresh paint, we put posters up.
You still got your Christmas decorations.
Yeah. I gotta do that.
And we're in February. At least it's not lights that are up. But yeah, seeing those posters up there are absolutely beautiful. Now, are these ones that you also sell, or these are just personal ones that you put up?
No, they sell. But once the stock's out, we don't know what we're gonna do with posters, if we're gonna keep carrying them, because they take up some room that we really don't have.
Yeah.
And
that's this area back here.
And it also looks like shit.
Yeah.
It's messy.
I've always wanted these cleared so I can walk through there, but where would you put your posters, right? So that's the dilemma.
So let's hope they go fast.
Mm-hmm. And you do sell shirts.
Yes.
Got this area of it back here, and you got more stuff downstairs. So I know people can always ask, if they're looking for something in particular, you might have it, or you could certainly bring it in. You've got what are these called? They're slip mats for records. You started selling those. Of course, you've always had the box sets that are out here. You've added stickers, patches as well. And I know people have seen those in the backgrounds of the videos that you and I film and have certainly inquired about it. Someone most recently was really digging on all of these patches that you're now offering. So there's that. Got hoodies?
No, those are homemade hats, my friend.
Hats. Yeah, exactly.
You do it in any band, which is great.
What do they call them, though? Beanies? No.
Goobelinis, babies, whatever.
I don't know.
Beanies, whatever
they got a name. But lots of cool stuff going on.
When you're in a record store, maybe put things back where they go.
Yeah, right.
These are records.
I gotta say, that is one of my
This is a CD.
biggest pet peeves. And when I'm in record stores and I don't even work in them, and I find that, or one that's out of place, period, I have to go refile it where it's supposed to go.
I found a used ABBA CD, which belongs behind you on the wall.
Right.
Over in
this beautiful
Metallica.
wall of used CDs.
Fully alphabetized.
Yes, fully alphabetized, unlike some stores. That's one of the things that you do that a lot of stores don't.
I'm carrying on that tradition. That was actually Ted was the one who I believe alphabetized
and spearheaded that.
Yeah,
and it makes a huge difference.
And we have an inventory system.
Yeah,
if we sell ABBA gold, we might have another one.
Right,
and we know
that you can grab that
and get it and put it back out
and put it in that spot.
Yes. So as with the new stuff, the used stuff is inventoried and replenished if we have it every day.
Right.
So that's a daily thing.
And you also are able to check from your list and the way that you have the system set up, that if you've sold the last one that is a used one, then you know what to bring in as people are selling the product to you.
I have an idea what to look for.
That's right.
I know I need this.
Exactly. Very cool. And of course, you guys have your own store bags and shirts and things to go along with that. That are very, very cool.
We also sell awesome Long Gone Day shirts here.
That's right. This is Anthony's band. So you got that and your CD, which I know is up here.
And we also have a section somewhere out here.
That's right.
Oh, we do. There's our section.
There we go. Long Gone
Day.
Day.
Right next to Lone Justice and Before Lordy.
With Anthony himself. All right, so there you go. Thank you, Anthony, for sharing that with us about what it's like to own a record store. And
Thanks for asking.
The daily trials and tribulations you go through. As you said, it's not all shits and giggles.
It's not all shits and giggles. Put the stuff back where you found it.
Yeah, I think.
Don't misfile anything. Don't hide it for later.
It's our mantra. don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. That's very dickish.
I think is I don't even think it's so much being a dick to the store owner when it's left.
It's
out.
being a dick to you. You come in and you want the Dan Fogelberg greatest hits. That's just the first thing I saw, and you can't get it because somebody misfiled it. And I say that just came in.
That's right. And so that's my biggest thing. That, like I said, if I find it out there, I'll refile it for the store. But it's not so much for the store. I'm thinking of the music fan who might come in looking for it, and I'm like, this artist isn't related to this card that it's under. I'm going to go put it back over here where it belongs.
Courteous.
That's right, courteous. So, all right, guys. Hopefully, they gave you a cool little insight. I know I learned some cool stuff from it.
I feel like I learned some stuff.
And certainly, come on out to Wayne, New Jersey. Check out the Sound Exchange here. Tune in for videos that Anthony and I do, our discussion topics that we film here. Again, thank you for doing that and letting us film within the store. Always very much appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, everyone.